Hello everyone. Um, this is Nkiru from St.Makkies. I'm the face behind St.Makkies Crafts. So for today's video, what I have for you is quite different from what is on my YouTube channel ordinarily. So we all know, if you're in Nigeria, you know the situation of things in the country, and we all have to look for ways and means to um, help ourselves. So on that note, today I'll be bringing today a liquid soap tutorial, and this tutorial is not for multi-purpose liquid soap. It is for dishwashing slash hand wash liquid soap, and it's a salt based salt based production. So if you watch my video, you're going to see I'm giving you people my unedited video. I actually recorded this video in anticipation for a class I was supposed to hold, the liquid soap class, and then the Holy Spirit spoke to me, and I decided to just put it out there. You're going to learn from the mistakes I made. I wanted to use 100. Let me just put it, you're going to learn from the mistakes I made. So as you watch these videos, you're going to see certain things. I'm just going to drop the tips now. After you watch the video to the end, it will make more sense. So now, for you to get a much more quality soap with the ingredients I've provided for you, you can use a water measurement of 20 to 25 liters of water instead of 30 liters. 30 liters is still fine. This production, I used it at home, so I didn't want it to be too thick so that it won't finish fast. So, and then you will notice that the foam booster I put there is the one that they produce locally, that when you go to a liquid soap chemical shop, they'll give you that. And it ended up changing the color of my soap, and it affected the shade of green color I used in my liquid soap. So you can altogether avoid the locally made foam booster. You can either use cocamide or cocamide, however way you pronounce it, or you can increase your sulphonic acid content, because here, instead of using half of 75 cl bottle, you can use 75 cl bottle, because sulphonic acid is also a foam booster, a very strong foam booster. So you can avoid you can altogether leave out the locally made foam booster, so that it doesn't affect the color or transparency of your soap. Yeah, I think that's like one of the, just your water content basically. So you reduce the if you want yours to be thicker than mine was in this video, you reduce the quantity of water you use in making your soap. So on that note, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my video, share my videos to your family and friends, and also you can scroll through my page and watch one or two other videos. You might see something you like. Thank you. Welcome to our liquid soap tutorial. So these are all the ingredients you need, what you need. Let's start off with our materials, our chemicals. First off, you're going to need your scale to measure your chemicals. First ingredient here will be our table salt. You know, we are going to producing 30 liters of soap, so I'm going to, later on I'll come back to the measurements of the chemical. So this is our salt, this is our caustic soda. You don't touch it with your bare hands when it's because it's still in the nylon, that's why I'm still touching them. This is our SLS, or sodium laureth sulfate. This is our Texapon. Our perfume in a container, this is 30 ml of perfume. This is our sulphonic acid. This is our foam booster, and we have our colors. These are different colors. For this soap production, we'll be using this very dark forest green. The normal morning fresh color, we're going to use that, and yellow. Then we have our water. This is our 30 liters of water, already measured out. We'll have our buckets for mixing. We have our bowl for turning. We have our stick for turning. LS, that is sodium lauryl sulfate. I'm going to, all these things I'm going to say, I'm still going to put them down, right? I'm going to write them down and send them to you as a message. So sodium lauryl sulfate is also another foaming agent, and it is also a dirt remover. It's also another foaming agent, and it's also a dirt remover. For this production, we are going to be using 500 grams of SLS. Now, our next chemical is your table salt, your normal regular table salt. So now this production, now these chemicals we have here can produce 20 to 30 liters of liquid soap. Now the only difference there is in this salt. For this 30 liters production, we are going to be using 700 grams of salt. This has been measured. This is 500 grams and this is 200 grams. Now if you're going to produce 20 liters of salt, 20 liters of soap, you will only be needing this 500 grams of salt. You won't need the extra 200 grams of salt. So now, what is the function of salt in this liquid soap production? This table salt is also known as sodium chloride. It reduces the pH level of the soap. It also acts as thickener, is the thickening agent in this our liquid soap production, and it also helps the pH level of the soap to remain stable. It also acts as a preservative in our soap, in our liquid soap, and also it is also serving as a disinfectant in our soap production. It serves as a disinfectant in our soap production. Then after this, we're going to talk next about our caustic soda. This is our caustic soda. Caustic soda is a very highly acidic chemical. You don't touch it with your bare hands. So it's mixed inside water to form a lye solution. It's diluted with water to form a lye solution, and it is a powerful stain remover. The function, some people add it in their soap, some don't, but the purpose of it in this soap production is to act as a stain remover, and it removes dirt. It also removes grease. It removes stains from clothes, plates, and other surfaces, and it also helps in regulating the pH level of the soap, so that to make it more effective in removing dirt and stains. That is for our salt. Sorry, our caustic soda. I'm so sorry. Then the next on our list is our foaming agent. This is like the name implies. Sorry, our foam booster. As the name implies, it helps in making the soap to foam well. That's just the function here, making the soap to foam well. So the next we have is our perfume. This is 30 ml of perfume. Sorry, for the caustic soda, we are going to be using 60 grams for this production. This is 60 grams of caustic soda. Then for our color, perfume is as you desire. This is 30 grams, as you desire. And for our color is also as you desire. But you know, for the soap to be transparent, because what we're actually making is transparent liquid soap, you just need a little bit of the color. You don't need it to be too much, so that your color would come out attractive. For perfume, there are different perfumes you can get. This is mango flavor. You can get ambibo, you can get lemon, you can get orange, banana, pears. You can even mix them to get what you want. It's all about your creativity. So this is it about the chemicals. So next we're going to go into is the production. So this is it's approximately about 2 hours, so slightly above 2 hours. So this is how our SLS water looks like. As you can see, it's clear. It's clear. This is clear. You're seeing it. So there's no more rice again. And also this is how our caustic soda looks like. Our lye, this is now our lye solution. Our lye solution. So the next thing that we're going to do now will be to pour in. We're going to pour our sulfonic acid into our lye solution. So we're going to pour our sulfonic acid into our lye solution. Make sure you don't touch these chemicals with your hand. Ordinarily, I'm supposed to be using gloves for this production, but I didn't know that I've run out of gloves. So that's why I'm using bare hands. But I'm making sure not to touch it with my hands, because these are acids, these are chemicals. Let it not burn you. So we have added our sulfonic acid, and now we are going to stir it again. Stir it very well, and then we'll let it sit for another hour or two for the water to be clear, to become transparent again. So this is it's approximately about 2 hours, so slightly above 2 hours. So this is how our SLS water looks like. As you can see, it's clear. It's clear. This is clear. You're seeing it. So there's no more rice again. And also this is how our caustic soda looks like. Our lye, this is now our lye solution. Our lye solution. So the next thing that we're going to do now will be to pour in. We're going to pour our sulfonic acid into our lye solution. So we're going to pour our sulfonic acid into our lye solution. Make sure you don't touch these chemicals with your hand. Ordinarily, I'm supposed to be using gloves for this production, but I didn't know that I've run out of gloves. So that's why I'm using bare hands. But I'm making sure not to touch it with my hands, because these are acids, these are chemicals. Let it not burn you. So we have added our sulfonic acid, and now we are going to stir it again. Stir it very well, and then we'll let it sit for another hour or two for the water to be clear, to become transparent again. Okay, so we're back. I have left this for 24 hours. So this is our SLS after 24 hours, very as clear as water. And then this is our sulfonic acid and lye solution. Our lye solution is a mixture of caustic soda and water. So formerly it was in this white paint bucket, but I moved it into this black bucket and added a little bit more water. So you can see the water I set aside for mixing is smaller, so I added it to layer solution and sulfonic acid. So this is how it looks now. Transparent. So your solution must be like this before you use it in your soap. If not, it will affect the transparency of your soap. So now we are going to start our liquid soap mixing now. So the first thing we are going to do now will be to add our soap Texapon. Add our Texapon into the bucket. And this is our Texapon. Okay. So we're going to add the Texapon into buckets, mixing bowl. And then you add your salt. So like I said, this the measurement we're using, you can use it to produce between 20 liters to 30 liters of soap, and I'm producing 30 liters of soap. And if you're producing 20 liters of soap and you want to produce 20 liters of soap, you will use only 500 grams of salt. But since I'm producing 30 liters, I'm using 700 grams of salt. Remember, one of the functions of salt in our liquid soap production is as it serves as a thickener. So that's why I added the extra 200 grams of salt to help make the soap more thick. Salt, and then we mix our Texapon and our salt together. Just turn it as if you are mixing cake batter. Let me put it that way. Yes, when you're mixing your butter and your sugar for cake making. That's how we're going to do our Texapon and our salt. You continue mixing it till it's fully incorporated. So now our main work now will be to mix. We're going to mix, 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 and mix. I hope you guys are seeing me. I'm using a tripod stand to do this recording. So all of it is clear and blurry. So we have fully incorporated it. Now the next step of our production is to dissolve this mixture, our salt and Texapon mixture, with our SLS water. That's the next step. And how do we do this? We do this little by little so as to avoid our production having seeds inside, and it will take longer time for the Texapon to dissolve. So we are going to do this addition little by little. So just add a little of the SMS water and dissolve until when it has fully incorporated with our Texapon, you add another little like that. Do that till all your SNS water has been used up. Okay. I have to be sure that this is recording. So I forgot to mention at the beginning, ensure that the bowl that you're using will be big enough to contain your production, so that you don't have to start turning into another bowl if it's not enough. So you see that the main work here is this mixing. That's the main work of this soap production. Mixing. So once you get to this stage, you can now increase the quantity of the SLS water you add. So now we're going to add 2 of this cup instead of just 1, because the chances of it giving us C has reduced greatly. So I'm going to be breaking up the video here and start another recording so that the file is not too large to upload. Okay. We are still continuing our mixing with SLS water. So I'm going to increase now to 3 bowls instead of 2. Continue mixing and mixing and mixing. So I'm going to increase the flour. As you can see, it's already liquid, so the chances of it forming seeds is very little. By the time once we get to halfway through this bucket, I'll just pour everything at once. Soup is getting thicker. It's getting thicker as we're adding more SLS water. is getting thick. Getting thicker and thicker. I hope you all can see the texture of this soup. You're seeing it. It's getting thicker and thicker, so adding our essence. Butter. So I'll switch to a bigger bowl. This is becoming too little. Just take it easy when you're stirring. Don't stir with all your power or too vigorously. Just take it easy. See how thick the soup is. Okay, so we're going to pour on our SLS water now. To stir it well. Just take it easy. Let me be sure. It's still recording. So we have fully incorporated our SLS water into our Texapon and salt. So the next stage now is to pour our sulphonic acid and Litres solution. That's the next stage now. This is very acidic, so you have to be very careful. Let it not touch your hands. Stir it gently. Gently. Seems like I underestimated my bowl. Estimated my bowl. So just stir it gently to incorporate our Litres solution and sulphonic acid. And when you pour it, you notice that the consistency of the soup will loosen, as it will become a little bit watery, but don't bother yourself about that. By the time the soup settles down, then it will thicken back up. So after we mix this, the next thing is to add our foam booster. The next thing is to add our foam booster, but you have to stir it very well. ensure that it's well incorporated. So now we're going to add our foam booster. This is our foam booster. To add it, and after we add it and mix it very well, then we'll let our soap sit for some hours, at least 3 hours, at least, till the soap becomes clear. So it may take more than that, it may take lesser time, but once we finish this mixture, we're not going to pour our color, we're not going to add our perfume now, and I'll let you know when that time comes, why, the reason why. So this is the last thing we'll add now. We will allow our soap to sit for some hours. Trying to maximize this. So let me cover this. Because this is for commercial production. This soap is for commercial use. You can use this liquid soap to wash your clothes. You can use it to wash your clothes, mop your floor, wash your car, just to mention a few. Since I started making this liquid soap production, I can't remember the last time I bought detergent for my house. This is what I used to wash my clothes, my children's clothes that are very tough stains on them. This is what I use. So I use it to mop my floors. My husband uses it to wash his car. This is a very good skill to learn, not just for commercial purpose. You can use it too in your house. You just have to stir it gently. Let everything incorporate. And then you let it settle. You let the soap sit till it becomes clear. Okay, so we're going to let our soap sit now. Let it settle down for some hours before we add our perfume and our color. So this is evening time. As you can see, this is our soap. I hope you can see the texture. This is it. You know, the foam booster gave you this pink color, so now is time for us to, if you want, you can leave yours like this, but I want it to be green in color. So we're going to mix our color now. We're going to mix our color. Okay. So this is the color we'll be using. This is the very dark green, Morning Fresh, Mama Lemon, the type they use. So you're going to add color according to your taste. In other words, color is as you want, but the lighter it is, the more transparent your soap will look. So you just be taking it little by little. This is how little I want to use. So I will see how it turns out. See how it is in there. This is it in the water. So we're going to add it here. So we're going to add it here. It's not okay. We will still make some more. This is still a bit red, so we'll have to make some more green. Make some more green. Just little water. You just need a little water. Little goes a long way. Try that again. Still not as green as I would like, so I'll mix some more. I think the problem here is the color of our foam booster seems to be very strong. Same thing happened in my previous production. So, let us see how green it is. This it's not yet how I want it, so I'm going to mix some more. I'm still going to mix some more green color. So like I said, color is to your taste. It's to your taste. Then after the color, we will be adding our perfume. Sorry for my children's noise in the background. Okay. I'm getting there.
I know why I connect this. You said you would like to send it to me. That is why I said I know you would like to send it to me.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. The color is changing. Let's check it again.
Well, I said there are 2 people who are there, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So, I don't know if you guys can see it. So, well, that's how you cut. So that it's better you err on the side of safety and be adding the color little by little, so that you don't get it too darker than what you want. So just be using little water to dilute it so that it don't affect the consistency of your soup. We're almost there. Almost there. Okay. Okay, so what is that? So I've gotten to the consistency I want. This is the color I want.
This color.
And to still make the soap transparent. So the next thing we're going to do now is to mix our perfume. And what you have to notice is that you don't mix your perfume directly. You don't just pour it into your soap. If you do that, it's going to make your soap to be liquid. So what you do is you take out a little bit of your soap, pour it into another container, and then add your perfume. You will notice that immediately you add your perfume, the liquid soap that you are using to dilute your perfume will become like water. Are you seeing? It's like water now. It automatically becomes like water.
Water.
So don't just pour it in like that. Let's see, pour it in. It smells nice. So your perfume is the last thing you do with your liquid soap production. So you can decide to leave it again, or you package it in your packaging, then let it sit for 24 to 48 hours before you use it or you sell it. So that is the end of our liquid soap production. I hope you were able to learn from this tutorial. So this is our liquid soap, our 30 liters liquid soap. Very foamy. It's very foamy. But let's do our test. So um, just take a little bit. There's water inside here. So you've seen the foaming, right? So that's it. That's the end of our liquid soap production. Thank you.